The last 4 years, he's essentially been runner-up everywhere he goes. Had a bad Olympics as well. He's got all the skills and all the power, and that put him up to the highest ranking of 3rd in the world. That was last year, but current ranking 41st. Injuries to deal with as well. Let's see how he does here. That first drop shot, probably not that well. Minan gets the serve. My apologies to this 29-year-old Waynan. He's 31-year-old Waynan. 2-1 against the 26-year-old Thage. Now we saw a 4-year difference between Ai Weijian and Chen Tangji right at the beginning, but of course that's 17 and 21, and that extra experience didn't pay off for Weijian. Well, let's see what the extra 5 years experience at this level, 31 and 26, is going to do to this match. They both played in the top 20 of the world, so you know what to do. And so far, 2 service faults out of the 4 points that we've had. Dipped, wickedly dipped. Minan had to take an extra step forward for that. And that lunge just too long for him. Oh, extravagant reaction from Thage, swinging with his arms. Perhaps he thought that was going to be a controversial call. Wasn't. He gets a serve back, 4-3. We have the glimpses here of what could be juicy rallies, but very quick points. 3 minutes, 8 points played. It's almost a doubles match. Thage gets the first advantage. 2 points. Vanishes immediately. 4-5. Well, that's a juicier rally, if you are going to use juicy as a term for rallying. 5-4. Which I might do. A little bit more substantial from both players. Important point. 5-all now, Waynan with the serve back in his grasp. And a good winner there, 6-5. And don't forget to stay tuned. Des Corkill and Donald Spears will be here just after this for the Moa City match. Moa City, the last club to play, and if they can come out this evening with a +5 or +6 games difference, then they will go top of the table over Nusa Jaya. They're currently 5 points behind, but Nusa Jaya have played their second tie, of course. That's very doable for Moa City. They came out with 14. Sorry, my correction, 12 from their first tie. That's coming up after this on Astro Supersport. 6-all. Targo to serve.
Seven, 6.
Drifting wide. It's important to get a collection of players over the 5 matches that could win big for you, but also if things start going wrong, can start pulling things back. And Petaling have managed to find a good squad here. If things go according to plan and Targo does win this, then it would have been a good day's work for them. Wow, Targo at full stretch here. He's trying to drill it down, he finds it, and that's an important 3-point advantage. More importantly, 9-6.
6.
Good shout. Just 3 unforced errors from Targo so far. 2 points left to get. 5 unforced errors for Weinan. You'd have to say that the statistical powers that be are with Targo. But again at full stretch, and Weinan just picking him out. Weinan doesn't seem to be moving that much in these.
9.
And I wonder if he can pull this back. 7-9. Just stop that run of points at exactly the right time.
Left. Finish it. Yeah, get ready quicker.
Weinan has not just mixed it up with the best of them, but he's beaten the best of them as well. The Denmark Open, the recent Denmark Open October was fantastic for him. He beat Lee Chong-wei to get into the quarterfinals, 21-18, 21-19. Yes, that's a Lee Chong-wei. And then lost in the quarterfinals to Chen Long, again in 3 games, 21-13. The game he took off the current master of badminton. And it's with shots like that. Not only is he back in it, but he's now in the lead.
10, game point, 9.
And by beating, of course, Lee Chong-wei, coming close to Chen Long, you can understand why he is current world number 15. And he came back from that 9-7 down to take the game. That's what all that extra experience can do. Great match we've got going here. Have to wait and see at 10-8. It's all going to come down to this tie. 2 games ahead. If Weinan can keep up this pressure, a nice good win for Kapong. And if Kenichi Targo can battle this, experienced head on form, then Petaling are going to win. And the thing is, they've been playing for about 3 hours, and both of these teams have been waiting for their second ties because they both lost their first ties. And it all comes down to this match. Good return from unforced errors, good return from smash winners, and absolutely balanced in every way. In fact, yes, apart from the service errors, one from Weinan. Nothing to separate them, except that one game now. Weinan continuing his good form from the Denmark Open.
Service over. 1 love. Change.
Pataling 2 games back, two games back, 2 points back as well in the tie. Kapong 1 game up here.
Thank you.
Which of course means if they are 2 games back now, as you can see there, 10-8, and Kapong are 1 game up here.
Service over. 1-all.
Should Weinan win another game, then Kenichi Tago would have to win it 3-2, and that would be a draw. At 11-11. The projected futures are picked up off the floor by Tago, but not enough.
2.
Stinging drive from Weinan from rear court. They had that downward trajectory to have bordered into being termed a smash. Wow, 4-1. Weinan really showing some of that quality that saw him take on both of the best, Chen Long and Lee Chongwei, with a win over Chongwei. That was on the 15th of October, actually. 21-18, 21-19. Now he's 4-1 up here, and if he wins this game, then at 11-8, Tago will again be faced with just a draw. So, just as it was imperative for Fernando Kerniawan and Xia Chunkang to win a specific game, now it's also imperative that Kenichi Tago wins all 3 of the next games to finish this tie off 11-10. And it might be a problem. He's looking like he's struggling a little bit. That's in. A good start.
3-4.
Ah, good enough. And that's been called in, and Kenichi Tago is obviously going to be a bit upset with that call. That looked out from here, looked out on the cameras, called in.
Kenichi.
Well, I will see a better angle from here. Still looked out, even the finger went up.
5-3.
But it has been called 5-3 to Weinan. No luck, no similar luck for
3. 3. Service over. 4-7.
Waynan picking up things from the back very well, and just marshalling that area, doing it well enough that he's at least getting something on that. I actually thought that was in, but it wasn't. It was actually, and I actually thought it was out. My serve was going to change, but no. So Targo at 5-7. Has to win this game if Petaling want to win. Has to win every game from now on if Petaling want to win. Bit too much fire on that. Well, looks like a feather turned up.
5.
Michitago busy destroying shuttlecocks. A little flash of that feather flying down. Thankfully, there are hundreds and hundreds of shuttles available. 8-5, and with serve, this could be curtains for Petaling if Waynan can go on here and take these next 3 points. Waynan wins one more game.
6.
It's
8.
a draw or a loss.
Service over. 9-6. Game point 6.
So Waynan has done it. He's confirmed that the only outcome for Petaling in their second tie is going to be a draw or a loss, depending on how this next game goes. Petaling can take from both these ties the fact that they have at least reached 10 points. It's Mei Shi Li and Deng Xuan. Petaling have put in together, they had 10 points from their first match, and of course if Kenichi Tango goes ahead now and wins 3-2, then they could get 11 here. So that's some consolation, taking away 21 games from the 2 ties they've been on, but of course conceding all those games as well is the obvious problem. And having a draw, remember they were faced with the same situation against Puchong just a couple of days ago, and it didn't work out. Panonsak Sansumbunso came up and delivered the goods in the last game, and it was 12-10, that Puchong win. Targo making 7 unforced errors in the second game. You have to wonder if he can go from here and make it 3-2, or whether Waynan is just going to do exactly what he's been doing, which is stand off. It's not been fully aggressive from Waynan, it's just been soaking up what Targo can do and then pushing the envelope just when he needs to.
Level.
So this could very easily be Waynan cruising home for Kapong in their first win of the season, and it could also be a massive comeback from Kenichi Targo to force the draw, because that's all that's available to Petaling right now.
1 love.
But good again to see ties going down to the final match, down to the final wire. And such big names as well involved in it. High-class badminton, the mixed doubles, men's doubles, and men's singles today. That's why Kenichi Tago is going to have to really pull it in if he's going to force a draw for his club. Wei Nan drawing on that form that saw him beat Chong Wei just in October and take a game off Chen Long in the same tournament.
1-2.
And he knows that if Kenichi Tago is going to do anything here, he's going to have to really up the ante, so possibly waiting for a breakdown in pattern.
All. Sorry, 3-2.
Kenichi Tago has had an interesting last 12 months in the badminton world. He was third in the world at the beginning of it. Now he's 41st. He was cut from the national team, national Japanese team. That's got to weigh on your mind a little bit, and might be missing a little bit of match sharpness because of that. But it has to be said that in these first two ties that he's played, he's come on his fifth match, second men's singles, and he's been given situations to have to figure out, and they really haven't worked out for him so far. He's up in this game here 4-2, 5-2 now, but he was up before, and Wei Nan has this ability to switch up gears, playing in really good form at the moment.
Wipe the court.
Good smash. 6-2. The draw still within reach, but it's a long trek from here when you're 2 down. I'm just thinking to myself, looking at the unforced error count of just about 4 per game, which is really good for both of them, but whether Kenichi Tago will be able to weather another 3 games against Wei Nan to force the draw, I'd have to say unlikely with the speed of transition of Wei Nan, the way he can suddenly get back in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if he got back in this game. Being 4 points down now, he seems to be expending a lot less energy as well. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Snatches at the serve, a quick kill down the middle. Just looking more composed than Tago at the moment. That deep lift, he had plenty of options as to where he was going to fire that. Good passage of play. Tago gets the serve back.
4.
Instinctive, opportunistic into the corner. And now Wei Nan with another chance at 5-7. I'm sure at 31 he's going to be looking to clean this out. 3 games to nothing, deliver the best possible tonic for his club.
Service over, 8-5.
Tago is still doing enough here, 8-5. it's up in the air as to whether he can do this for another 2 games after this to win the match and force the draw, because he's making a hard slog of it here.
Thank you.
But perhaps he can get himself another game back. And all Petaling can take from their first 2 ties of this Resorts World Genting Purple League 2015-2016 season is that they have managed to rack up some games. But a 10-12 loss to Puchong earlier in the week, followed by this by Kapong, is by no means destruction in any way. I mean, it has been a good fight from both teams, but I wonder what their next strategy will be on the 25th of November.
9-5.
So he gets game point.
5.
If he is going to fight for that comeback in the draw, then it's going to be now. Big smile from Deng Xuan, which we didn't see during her match actually. Very focused and serious person on court.
Service over. 6-10.
Hooked back, well played by Tago, has to be said. He might be up against it here, but
Game won by Petaling BC 11-6.
he has managed to pull a game back. 11-9, 11-6. Should we say 9-11? 6-11, 11-6. That is confirmation of that 24 minutes in. But I leave it up to you. Do you think that he can pull that off again? For the next 2 matches, there is the issue of tiredness that might fall in for Wei Nan, the older player. But in the same way, he's managed to engineer smashes like that right down the middle that kill off points, and that's what he's going to be looking for. It's all he has to do now that he is denied Petaling the win. He's not going to be asked to go off and win this. And as you can see there, really good game being played by both of them. It's not relying on errors at all. It is relying on good shots and good movement and good play.
Fourth game. Level. Play.
Wei Nan goes long. Now, I did say it would be a bit of an ask for Tago to fight Wei Nan and come back with the 3 games and force the draw, but that is going to change, of course, if he can get maybe 6 or 7 points clear in this game now. Then maybe he'll have enough, and I'm sure Petaling would love to walk away with a draw. It's going to be heartbreaking that they've been denied the win.
This is not working. It's not working.
But a draw is going to be better than that. Another last match decider against Puchong, which ended 12-10 in favor of Puchong. So Tago has come in for that 5th match on both occasions, and maybe he would have thought, well, if I'd started first, could have put 3 in the bag. But of course, Cheng Tang-ji, the 17-year-old, caused the headline today. I said at the beginning of this tie, what would day 5 be remembered for? Well, day 5 would be remembered for a fantastic backhand flick cross-court by Davy Tika. It would be a great win for the 17-year-old Chen Tang-ji. And of course, it would be now, maybe it'll be remembered for a faulty scoreboard, because by the looks of it, Ian Harris Abdullah was having some trouble there with his scoreboard.
Service over. 1-all.
And looks to be solved now. That's the second time that has had an effect. Well, as I said, it could be Cheng Tangji's great victory. It could be that backhand flick by Davy Tika, or it might just be something in the next matchup, because defending champions Moa City just need a +5 game difference from this second tie to overtake Nusajaya at the top of the table. Des Corkill and Donald Spears will be here immediately after this match. That was supposed to kick off at 6, but we have gone into the fourth game here. 3-1 up for Weinan, looking to close it out.
4-1.
Full spin around. Hard to get your bearings back after that. Well done by Weinan. Now maybe he just took his foot off the pedal in that second game and let Targo come through, because very solid performance, as you can see, literally dancing his way across the court. 5-1. Acres of space. The skies drop into the right front service court. Absolutely uncontested. At least 2-3 feet around him. 6-1. Oh, he snatched at that. He snatched at that. You could see the plan.
6.
And a chance for Targo to refire up his comeback again. Well, definitely Weinan has picked up his game now. 7-2. He's not allowing anything at the moment. 7-2 up, and you've got to fancy his chances. He's only made an average of 4 unforced errors per game. He's 5 up here, and he needs 4. And there's another one. That's 3 needed now. Kapong closing in for a good win, and their first win of Season 2 in the Purple League.
Service over. 3.
Lost the serve for a second.
8.
Now this would be a good tonic for Kapong. They were, of course, taken out by Moa City in their first match, and so only scored 3 games. Moa City took +12 games difference away from that. They're in action after this, but for Kapong, their season looking like it's now truly started.
4-8.
Barring a miraculous comeback here, I have to say 4-8 could be done, but the stats really say otherwise. Oh, that one's too wide, too long.
5-8.
The 17th unforced error from Weinan, so round about 4.5 points on average being given away by him. Just 3 to get. Good shuffling from Targo.
6-8.
He's closing up. Smiling. It was great to reset his position. Targo Weinan. Full flourish. There's the exuberant Keiichi Targo out again.
9-6.
His racket just took a bit of a flight. Maybe that's the last roll of the dice for him. 9-6 on serve. Well recovered. Just couldn't keep it in.
7-8. 9.
Oh, 7-9 now. We've seen our fair share of double game points today. 3 out of the 5 games played in the mixed doubles went to double game points. Mei Shi Lee and Reginald Lee really benefiting from that. There was another one. There were 2 in the opening match. Chen Tangji's now famous victory, and 1 in the men's doubles as well. Would be surprising, but unfortunately it's also not going to lead to anything but a Kapong win, or in the unlikely event of a Petaling draw.
8. 9.
But I must admit that that's not going to be that unlikely should Nishitaga draw it up at 2-2 here. The older legs of Wei Nan possibly weighing in as a factor. I think he needed that to go in, and that is
10.
match point for Wei Nan, and match point and tie point for Kapong Badminton Club. Well, maybe it's not over yet.
10.
Oh, the deep lift, and he catches him on the knee, and that's it. Wei Nan finishes off 9-11.